Merthyr Town 1, Met Police 2. Before we talk about today's game, a good result for your side last Saturday against Salisbury, followed by a defeat midweek to Chesham. Your thoughts on those games?
Well, but obviously from the 4-1 at Salisbury is probably as complete as we played. It wasn't easy. New manager coming in for them, some expectation around the ground. And I thought we went about it very professionally, scored some really good goals, managed to keep some goals out the other end. Apart from the penalty, which I thought was possibly soft, but like the guys, recognised coming off the Poole defeat that we need to keep some consistency, and I'm not sure we're quite there with that, but we're making some strides. So for me with Salisbury, I thought it was a really good performance. Scored some quality goals, scored early, which was a big thing for us, and I just thought that the boys thoroughly deserved it, if not a bigger scoreline. So with that one, really good. I think in midweek against Chesham, it's going to be arguably your hardest game, or one of your hardest games of the season, to go there on a Tuesday night. I think they're a side that could certainly do things this season. So we knew that it's a really difficult game for us, and as we found out last season in the back end, that we got beat 4-1 there. So the first half was poor. We didn't deal with the threat that they had. Really struggled aerially, really struggled, much more powerful side than us, and just struggled with it. And they were well worth their 2-0 at half time. Don't think many people would have given us a prayer at that stage. But second half we came back, we made a few tweaks at half time, and we just looked ourselves really. And I don't think anybody could deny us 2-2. I think the game is decided by the fact that they take a chance and we don't. Simple as that. And although getting back to 2-2 and then losing the game is really disappointing from a points point of view, when you actually look at the performance, certainly for a second 45, it's very good. So we're not too far away, and I keep saying this, we're not too far away. There's no team that's outplayed us really. There's been some halves that we've had that have been iffy, and then there've been some followed by halves that have been really good. So what that basically breeds for me is that we've got to get some consistency, whether that's week to week or whether that's half to half. That's a little bit of a problem for us today at the moment. However, today we've taken some strides on that, I think.
And on to today's game, proved to be a nervy ending, but two first half goals gave your side a narrow win. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think you go 2-0 up fairly comfortably and should go 3 up, and that makes a completely different picture of it, because that third goal is going to be all important. As it happens, the third goal in the game is scored by them. Set piece, very disappointed with that, and that obviously makes a game of it. And you have a whole half to be able to what you think is going to be an onslaught. Didn't really come, if I'm honest. I think they huffed and puffed to go in the last 10 minutes of the game, which you'd expect them to, because they're chasing us down with just a 1-goal deficit. But from my point of view, I thought we were fairly comfortable seeing it out. A couple of heart-stopping moments, a lot of long ball going forward, and probably were worth the win. It's away at Merthyr. Let's get this in perspective. It's away at Merthyr. They're doing really well here. They've got a great game to look forward to next week. Great club, great supporters, difficult place to come, long journey. And if you'd offered me a 2-1 at the start of the day, I'd have bit your hand off. So all in all, it's a good day for us.
And as you said, we failed to find a consistent run of form this season, with Hartley Whitney on Tuesday and Dorchester next week. You're hoping we can now find a consistent run of form?
Well, they're not easy games. Hartley Whitney's never an easy game. And Dorchester certainly doing really well, and I think they've won again today. So yes, we'll be looking at it and saying that this week is the week it's never too early to start getting your consistency in place. Whether it's Hartley Whitney, whether it's Poole, whether it's Hazen Yedding, it doesn't matter. So from my point of view, yes, it is Hartley Whitney. Tough side to play against, really tough side to play against. So although we're at home, it certainly isn't a given from my point of view. We're going to have to work desperately hard against them. But yeah, we want to be able to put 2 in a row. We can put 2 in a row, and then you can put 3 in a row. You go and put 3 games in a row in this league, all of a sudden you're 4th or 5th. 3rd, even something like that. So it means that you're able to then start looking at where you are rather than what's below you. So good today, pleased with that. Work to do, and we'll do it.